Welcome back, my global family. Check out my latest episode on my podcast, Let's Talk About It with Empress. And thank you for watching. I woke up in Africa. My first night in Africa, there was a power outage, so I got to experience the real. I sat outside on the balcony, overshot, looking at just all the blackness. All I heard is nature, different type of bugs, didn't recognize them. And my anxiety kicked in. And I was like, can I do this? It's almost like leaving the crazy is scary. Leaving the crazy is scary. That lets you know we got a lot of mental health because I was nervous. But anyway, I got a lot to share with you. I know I've been sharing like the whole travel part of it until I got into the Gambia. That's when it got real. Because the United States, it's semi-organized. Belgium, super organized, efficient. They ain't gonna let a dime slip by. But then the Gambia, Senegal, I didn't really catch because when we got to Senegal, because it was an hour layover, we stayed on the plane and I got my net. But we stayed on the plane and I got something on, just to let y'all know. It's just my shoulders are out. We stayed on the plane, but as everyone got off, and we just stayed there for an hour, and then we flew off. The only thing they did that I didn't like, they disinfected the cabinets with us still in it. So they're walking around spraying stuff, and I was like, what the hell they're spraying? That I didn't vibe. The flight, it was okay. They fed us, whatever they fed us. And then we headed to Gambia. And I swear the flight felt like it was less than an hour from Senegal to Gambia. It was a really short flight. So I think it was like less than an hour. I don't know. But when we got to Gambia, that's when all kinds of organization, efficiency, calmness just went out the window. No shade, but that part really needs to get together. That could be very intimidating. And it was like most of the people that was left on the plane, a few blacks and a lot of white men and a couple of white old ladies. It was really weird. I was like, why are all these people going to Gambia? But anyhow, and when we got off, I could tell they were frequent flyers because they were coming in like, hey, hey. Very familiar. One white lady had the Gambian helper. So I'm standing there when you first get off the plane, you gotta come down a flight of steps, some rickety steps from the plane. So make sure you have your balance. You come down some rickety steps down to the, what do you call it, tar pack, whatever it's called, like the runway. And so it's a bunch of, so you come down the tar pack, and so there's a bunch of Gambian workers out there, greeting you. And then there's a bus waiting. So you come off the plane, you get on the bus, and then it's a short ride to the terminal. The Gambian airport is really small. Coming from Brussels is really small. Even from the U.S. is small. So you come in, and they have two lines. There's two lines. A line for the vaccinated and a line for the unvaccinated. And can I tell you, I was the only person in the unvaccinated line. I was the only person in the unvaccinated. It was like maybe a couple, I saw after I came in, it was like maybe two or three more people that came in. It was like a family that came in behind me, like a husband, wife, and their kids. They weren't, and I think another person. Everyone else was vaccinated. I was like, yo. I said, they're that trusting. But anyhow, that's none of my concern. So when you come into that vaccinated line, I felt so targeted. They was like, because the first thing they said when I handed them my paper, they was like, are you vaccinated? I was like, no vaccination. So they was like, over there. He was like, I said, here's my COVID test. And in Gambia, even if you get the PCR test and negative results, when you come, if you don't have the vaccination, they still are going to test you again, but they test you for free. So they did like a real quick test, like right there. I've never seen it. Like they did something and some kind of machine, and they put a liquid on it, and then he was like, "You're fine." And then I went into my line to see, I guess it's the Politia, where they check your passport. Now this is where the whole process gets convoluted. And I can't really tell you much because it gets so convoluted. I had people coming from me in 4 different directions. I had people coming to me trying to grab my bags, people coming to me about my visa, people coming to me about my pass. It was just insane. So all I know is I don't know what happened in Gambia. I couldn't tell you the process. The only thing I can tell you is say no to everyone, because everyone's going to try to help you. Whoever you're meeting, make sure that's the only person you deal with, because everyone's going to be like acting like they know you. It was weird. And have your $20 airport fee, have your $65 visa fee. If you're getting the 1 year, 5 years, I don't know what you're getting, whatever the dollar amount, have your visa fee, have your tip for if you're going to use someone to help you grab your bags, get your $5 tip, and make sure you have money for whoever helps you get to your location, $20. I wish I would have known that because I would have had more money yet. So what's that? 60, 70, 85, 60, 70, 85, 90, 100, 110. I'll say I have 110 in cash, 5, 10s, and 20s. Have at least 3 5s, $20 in 5s, $20 in 10s, and then the rest in 20s. So I have between $110 and $150 in cash. That I will abide. And then second, which I didn't do and I'm regretting it right now, is they have a money exchange. And it was because it was so, when I say Gambia was chaotic, it was chaotic on a level that I just can't even explain. And everyone looked like they worked there. And the one thing I saw was the EU had a rep working at the Gambian airport, making sure that the white people were taken care of. That was tripping me out because I knew it was clearly not for the European Americans, because he would look at the white women and they were being pushed in front of me. It was crazy. One guy, I was just standing there. He said, he was like, Madam, he was like, you go next. And I went, and the white woman jumped in front of me. He said, Madam, are you trying to stand here all day? I was like, no, but I'm not trying to fight. He said, I got you. Because he saw I was not into pushing him. I was exhausted. I was tired. But make sure you exchange some money, at least $100 at the airport, which I didn't do. So now I gotta figure my way out to do that. And then when I got to where I'm staying, I got a Gambian welcome. No electricity. But we managed to cook and eat. I sat and looked at the outdoors. I did some reflection. I did a little bit of crying because it was a lot of work. It was so much work to get here. Y'all just don't know. Between DC, what I was dealing with, the airport in DC, luggage, Brussels, oh man. It was a lot. Today is my first outing in the Gambia. I'm heading to my store location that I'm in partnership with my sister in Anja, Africa. So I'm just kind of just feeling the vibe and trying to get the energy of the place. It feels very surreal to finally be here, especially after watching Gambia for so many months on YouTube and seeing my friends leave, and knowing I had this venture in Africa but wasn't there to see it. And I'm finally going to see my little piece of Gambia in person, and you all are joining the ride. All right. We are finally here. Waste not, want not. Yes, I really appreciate love my sister in Anja, Africa, for even thinking about me, wanting to do this with me. And, I just feel blessed to have amazing people in my life. I'm so blessed that, those who were not for me have been removed by Allah. And this is just feeling so right and so good. Thank you for your support. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. 1,200, we're trying to get there, y'all.